Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome back to AVX Live. I'm Joe Gilderson, President of Corporate Audiovisual Services. And once again, I am joined by my co-host, Mr. Ryan Finch.
Woo! I like to think that there's applause in my head sometimes when I need it. So there it is. It was really great. Great applause. Thank you.
That was stunning. Hopefully you're not going to play another one of those clips like you did with the drum track that I heard a lot about.
What drum track?
Last time you had a drum roll for our 99th episode. It was not very good.
Are you sure?
Not very good. I'm 100% positive my drum roll would be better, so I'm going to reload
It would be better.
Another drum roll.
That's fair.
Today, everyone, welcome back. Happy New Year. This is our 100th episode. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you.
See, that would be a good time for the applause. Never mind.
Exactly. But, you know, this is the way it goes, Ryan. Listen, this is a blended sort of episode today.
That's right.
We're going to start out with an exceptional guest. I mean, one that's just going to blow your mind. And then we're going to have a little bit of fun to end the episode. I usually leave that to the youngster, but, you know, we'll get to that point. But, Ryan, before we get there, for the 100th time, please remind people how they can find us.
In fairness, for me, it's probably more like the 82nd time because I've missed a few episodes. But you can find us on Facebook, on LinkedIn, on YouTube Live. You can do that every Wednesday at 1 p.m. And while you're there, you should drop us a comment, be part of the show, ask your questions. We will answer them live. And while you're there, you should also like, comment, share, subscribe, all the above. It is much appreciated and helps us keep this going. And if you missed this episode, or you can't watch the rest of this episode, or you want to go back and watch a previous episode, they're all on our YouTube channel, youtube.com/corporateAV. And you can also find some bite-size highlights on Facebook, Instagram, and on LinkedIn for the 100th time. Actually, and if you think about it, I do it at the end too. So it's kind of like the 200th time by the end of the episode. So
you might have hit 200 times.
I just made a fact right there. So.
Well, no, you didn't actually make a fact. You stated something that might be construed as a fact.
Well,
it's like
I made a whole career on that so far.
Oh boy, here we go. All right, we're gonna get. By the way, what is that stunning background you have today? It looks like
I'm glad you're
in the heart of something.
I'm glad you asked. This is what AI thinks that an AV production warehouse might look like. And one specifically that has orange and blue highlights because, you know, I'm a branded-minded person. So I'm glad you asked, though, because it looks really exciting. Mo said it looked like maybe also a hotel because of the doors, but I don't know. I think it's very
Let's just go to solo layout and see and zoom in on this a little. I mean, that's nice. There's racks and stacks. I mean, this is
for some reason, there's cables going into the cases. You know, AI can't get everything
right. They're self-charging.
It's kind of like if you had a dream about an AV production warehouse, you know, that's kind of what it would look like.
Well, I only know a few people that have dreams about AV production warehouses, and most of them have Gilderson in the name. All right, listen, we're going to get this thing going. Today's special guest, drum roll, please.
Hold on.
Yep. No.
That was the end of it.
Okay.
It was
Wow.
I couldn't restart it. Blew it.
And you blew it. All right. Today's special guest is Mr. Maurice Mo Johnson, Senior Audiovisual Engineer at Corporate Audiovisual Services. Mo, who was Finch, do we have any graphics to go with this?
I didn't actually ask you if you wanted me to show these. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yes, thank you. Mo, who was born and bred in the Bronx, New York, first joined Corporate Audiovisual Services in 1999 as a full-time audiovisual technician. His technical skills and show personality earned him the position of lead technician shortly after and had him traveling the country with our largest clients. Maurice has handled every role in the company at some point in his long and illustrious career: audio, video, lighting, camera, technical director, operations, trucking, account management. He's done it all. Our clients love his energy, enthusiasm, and positive attitude. Maurice is a dedicated family man. He's supported by his wife, Wanda, his daughters, Desana, Brianna, and son, Jalen, and his granddaughter, Brinkley. Now, before we bring Maurice on, we celebrate a very special day last week, and I think we're going to roll a little video clip to highlight the special day, and then we'll hear from the man himself.
Let's do it. Mo, this one's for you.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Oh, you're on mute. Oh, you're on mute. You blew it. 100th episode. Continue.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Mr. Maurice Johnson.
Hello. Thanks for having me, guys.
Mo, did you like the video? What'd you think?
I thought it was done very well. Now I need a copy. Make sure I get that copy. That's
I got
awesome.
You want to burn to a CD? I'll give it to you.
Thank
VHS
you.
maybe.
You'd like it on VHS. VHS.
Yeah, you've been in the business a while,
VHS,
so you know.
I still have one, you know. I still have a VHS. So whatever you do, any platform, you can't throw things out.
No, no, you can't.
Hey, listen, Mo, it appears that you have a fan club. We've already got a comment.
Hey,
Julia Salem Emmerich says Mo is the best.
Thank you,
Now,
Julia.
agree, but still, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool.
That is pretty
so
cool.
Listen, Mo, why don't you tell us what do we think all this was about? I mean, why was this giant billboard there with your name on it? What the hell happened?
Well, you got to remember, Wanda's the reason.
That's right.
I lost count, and 25 years. Wow. I mean, 25 years. I didn't realize it was 25 years. It's just slow and steady, and it happened to come up, and I got it. Yeah, I recognized it, and I appreciate it, and it feels really good. Feels good.
Well, that's
it's actually
I
better
think that's
than
it.
before, though. And now, I have to show that I have my nostalgia. Joe said he never wants to see this again. But this right here, this is where it came from, the Starburst. But of course, we are here. I'm kind of like backwards.
Oh, wow.
What would AV, baby?
Wow.
Right.
Mo survived the rebrand.
Just
They said it couldn't be done.
Give you a little bit of that. Looking at myself here, I can't find the middle of my body.
They say that happens after a few years.
Yeah.
Hey, look at that from Sam Brown.
What's up,
Mo is the
Sam?
GOAT.
Oh, what's up, Sam Brown? Hey, listen, I need some strawberry jam, brother.
Strawberry jam. Does he make
Yeah,
strawberry?
I hope they still making it.
Oh.
He'll know.
That's what I'm
He'll
talking
know.
about.
Well, I could use some
Of
strawberry
course.
jam.
So what? Yes, most people don't realize is that. Oh,
Hey.
hold on, Sam's commenting back.
He get right on it. I love it.
Thank you.
Yeah, so Mo started here long before me and before everybody else, and it's 25 years this month. And so, Mo has worked with the county, New York City. He's worked with pretty much every public official in the state over the last 25 years, probably several presidents, several wannabe presidents. And, here he is. So it's about time that people started to recognize Maurice's, influence in the community. And I think that's what they did last Friday, January 5th in Westchester County.
Love it. Love to see it. Love to see it. He's a mogul. He's one of the people to know. Hey, that's a good next step for
wow.
One of the people to know in Westchester.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Mo's got a great fan club here. Listen, Mo, tell us about the dark old days. How did you get involved in AV 25 years ago?
Well, remember, I got started in AV 30 years ago. I used to work with another company that used to be down the road, and met a gentleman named Pete Lamarzi, and he said, "Hey, meet this guy named Lou." Met a guy named Lou. Actually, I met Lou, and I met Lou's nephew, Simon, and he said, "We'll put you on as a freelancer." And I did my freelancing thing, and Lou took a liking to some of the things that I was able to do for him. Get some, put some fires out here and there, And Lou hired me 1999, and it was on from there. And did a lot of traveling. I did a lot of New York City stuff. It was a lot more New York City at that time because that's where he actually started. And then Joe came along, and he took up the Westchester, Hudson Valley area. And then that was like a new chapter again. And then it was like, oh, wow, I like this. This is pretty cool. And but before Joe came along, I was actually an operations manager. And it was, the beginning of it was pretty smooth. And then we started getting a little bit different, and I didn't have the right teams around me. And Joe recognized that, and he was like, "Yo, Mo, put you back out on the field." Like, thank you. I was like, thank you. And it's been really, really, it's a lot more fun. I like meeting the people. I like doing different shows, creating things, figuring things out. It's always nice when a show goes smoothly, but when they don't, you feel a little bit more accomplished when you have a successful show afterwards. And so, yeah, I love it. And what I always say, one show at a time.
Amen.
Nice.
Amen.
Right from Bill Belichick right there. I like that.
Oh, is that a Belichickism?
Well, it's like we're on to Cleveland next week.
Oh, yeah, fair. Mo, I don't understand how that we could have hid you from the world. Sitting back in an office, that doesn't seem like the place for you. I've only known you as the person that everyone requests by name.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I actually offered to take the job because the operation manager left. And I said, Lou, I need to learn all the basics of the company, or, the industry rather. And he let me give it a go, and it lasted 5 years. People say operation managers don't last 5 years, especially around that time. So I was pretty fortunate about that. But definitely the 4th year was whoa. I was ready to kill somebody.
Well, that was a long time ago.
It was a long time ago.
So.
But it was.
We're going to focus on the present. Absolutely. Well, Mo has worked pretty much every kind of event and every place, and with anyone and everyone. And usually, when someone comes along that we want to learn the business, this is the person that we want them to spend some time with. And a lot of that's due to energy, and the positive perspective. And hey, here's why we're doing this, and it's for these clients, and here's what they're trying to do, and here's our role in doing that. And And I think nobody understands that better than Maurice.
Well said.
It's definitely about the clients.
That is why we're here. So, Mo, you've seen a lot of things change over the years. Why don't you give us a few examples, whether it's technology or how the business works, or I don't know, learn us.
Hey Ryan, I'm gonna start you off with the. I know you guys go back and forth. You're always giving it to Joe. Well, Joe, you had a little issue with your Bluetooth today, and wanted to say, analog, baby.
Now you're listening to Peter Malone too much.
Exactly. Analog worked. It had some things, some glitches here and there, and then digital came along. That was really a big difference in the industry, even with projection, definitely with audio though, and learning those things. And it's actually for the better. So analog to digital was really the thing. And then of course the pandemic, us doing what we're doing now. Everybody's in this little pee hole on a computer or a camera or something, and having functions, literally like functions that you used to sit 1,000 people in a room. Now everybody's at a kitchen table or a couch or something, and actually getting the same information. Different experience, of course, but the information is still available. So
it's funny that you bring up. It's funny that you bring up the pandemic, just because I don't know if a lot of our viewers know, but Maurice was like an international TV star during that time. He literally was the voice for an entire industry, as he did four different parts of a series with Tony DeCopel and CBS Morning News with Gayle King. So that's another interesting experience, I'm sure, that came out of all this, right?
Absolutely. That was something else. A lot of people said, wow, thank you, good information and stuff like that. But I didn't think, I was just talking from the heart. It's all from the heart.
Absolutely.
This game is real. It's actually, this is the, we do production. We're not doing, all the Emmys and things like that, but it's the same. It's the same thing. It's a little treasure. You kind of under the radar. So we was able to keep it flowing because we wasn't spotlighted on. And when people needed something that didn't need a big budget or a big thing to happen, we fit right in there. So that's very helpful, I believe, for us to get through it, and for us always having a nice, busy seasons of things of that nature.
Absolutely. So you talked about some transitions going from analog to digital. What about the HD? Was that a transition point for you too? I mean, you're a video engineer by trade. I mean, among other things. But
yes,
did that register?
Part was that was pretty easy because like you said, I did like video. I do more video than anything. So the HD part wasn't as more than, because I did audio also, and audio, getting to know how to do the audio end of things was a little bit more difficult. But the HD part, man, that was seamless. That was nice. Like, wow, that's a beautiful. I mean, you have to make sure the formats fit and things like that, because analog and video was a pain in the butt. It was
RGB
HV, and then it's, if you got your H's and your V's mixed up, it's like down the line. It's like, oh no, which one which one is it? You had to make sure your distances were a certain way. People would bring their laptops. It's like, oh, but it worked on the last job. I'm like, this is this job, and so analog wasn't as reliable. And I was when Mac used to have these little adapters, because Mac and Microsoft were not getting along, and we used to have these little adapters that had dip switches on them, And man, what a pain in the butt. Anytime I saw a Mac, I was like, all right, everybody go in that room and everybody put their brain on to make sure that this is going to work. But now Mac and Microsoft are actually getting along a little better. Mac is definitely still has its things that it wants in its universe, but it's the transition. It was a lot smoother in video, and especially with Mac and Microsoft getting along a little better. But I'll tell you, if you want to go, I'm gonna take you back. We used to have a clear glass, and it used to sit on top of an overhead projector, and it had a VGA input, and that was the beginning of laptop presentations. Still using overhead. And if anybody knows about an overhead, it's a light in the bottom of a Fresnel lens that shoots up to a mirror. In the mirror, you aim the mirror to the screen. That was projection back then. And they made something that sat on there. It was all, computerized and electronic. And that was the beginning of PC presentations.
Is that one of those things?
Tell us about when they made Fire. When did they make Fire?
Well, I wasn't there with the Fire, but I was definitely there with the wheel.
Was that slide project? Is that the thing that Jim rifled off the back deck at one time? Is that what you're talking about? Because this is all foreign technology to me.
That Jim rifled off?
I don't think that ever happened, Ryan. I don't know what you're talking about.
No, we
officially it never happened. But if he did, I think it was the slide projector.
No, well, the slide projector, that was another thing too, but slide projectors.
Oh, we're talking, this is different. Yeah.
Slide projectors were great. That was the family photos that you sit in your basement and turn every light out just to see these photos. But slide projectors were great. They were fine. They usually always work. Usually very
always.
Mechanical.
100% of the time.
All you needed is an extra bulb.
It works 50% of the time.
No, they worked all. They worked.
It sounds like an Ed Morrell quote to me.
All you needed was an extra bulb. That was it. You just needed that bulb. And you got the Xenons that were they were super bright, but they were huge. They was big as a picnic table. And if people would you had to put a glass slide in it so that it wouldn't melt the plastic. It was so hot. But what happens is in the wintertime, if you don't let it get to room temperature, you just put the slides in it, it would look like this amoeba because of the condensation. The condensation in between the glasses, it would start sweating and it looks like this amoeba just growing in the middle of your. And there was nothing we could do about it.
Right.
It was nothing we could do about it. And we would just tell a doctor, you should have got here sooner.
It sounds like we've improved in the customer service side since then too. Hey, can you tell me why Denzel Washington looks so angry with you in this photo?
It was that lady in the back. She wasn't supposed to.
Okay.
It was.
So she photobombed you.
She photobombed. Yes, yep. Yes.
And that's why he's so upset.
No, you know why he was upset, Joe. You was on that job.
I know, but we're not kidding.
You was on the job before that.
All right. Well, Magic does not look upset.
Yeah.
There was no condensation on the glass for him.
Nah, that's because I still believe he's the GOAT. So he's like,
wait a second, hold on.
Man.
You said he's the GOAT. I just learned something, and that is that Mo is the GOAT. So who is the GOAT now? I don't know.
I know.
How many goats do we have?
It starts to dilute the word, honestly.
It's blurred lines.
Well, listen, Maurice, you look a little bit older than this picture too.
Who's this guy?
Yeah, wow.
I mean, that was a while ago.
That's definitely a while ago. Almost didn't know.
Sorry for bringing that up, pal. But I have more incriminating evidence too, but I don't have it ready right now.
Oh man, look, a rare Mo. This is the first time that my wife has ever commented on this show. 100 episodes.
Hey, Dana.
It's the first
Real
time.
Tony Mo. That's it. All right.
There you
I'm gonna
go.
have to reach out to Magic and let him know.
She heard something that she liked. That's why.
Oh,
The
Yeah,
other
Mo.
70-ish times you might have been on the show.
Keep in mind, you're on that show too, buddy. Wait, there you
I know,
go.
but she's not only for
only
Mo.
for
Yeah,
Mo.
see, there we go.
Yeah. Thank you, Dana.
Okay. This is good. This is good. Well, Maurice, you are a true legend. And that is, of course, why the county has recognized Maurice Johnson Day. And it was really very cool. The whole experience was pretty awesome. And
Feels good.
we're very grateful for you being on our 100th show, as well, of course, for all of your time and service and all the things you do for the clients.
Thank you, guys.
We're going to have to roll them down in a wheelchair. We'll have to push them along.
That's right, Mama. 25 more. That's okay.
Not sure if I'm allowed to say that or not, but either way,
It's
it's
okay.
already out, man. Oh, he's got lots of people that like him. So
Mo, easily the most engagement we've ever gotten
Thank you,
in a single
Sharice.
episode. Well done. Well done. Thank you, Sharice.
it was just saved for episode 100. That's all. Everybody's
That's
saving
it.
up.
That's it. They didn't even know you'd be on this show. I don't see. That's the hard part to understand. They must have
It
just scrolled
can't
by, saw
just
your
be Mo.
face, right? I think it is, honestly. Again, with the sample size is 100 for you and I. Didn't work. Add Mo one time, like a charm.
Yeah, baby.
I'm not really that surprised, to be honest.
No, me neither. Oh,
well. Listen, Mo, we could sit here and talk all day long, but we're not going to. We're going to kick you off the show now. We've gotten the rating bump that we needed.
Nice.
And now you're out, dude. Like,
Glad
that's
to
the way
help.
it goes.
There you go. Thanks, guys. Really appreciate it. And thank you to all my friends that's out there looking and watching.
Fans.
Appreciate y'all. Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
if
you
that's
got
what
lots
you
of
want to
fans,
call
Mo.
them, we're all in this together.
Well
All in
said,
this
Maurice.
together.
All
Thank you,
right.
Mo.
Well, listen, thank you for joining us, and congratulations on your 25th anniversary.
Boom. Pound it.
We're pounding. Okay. Yes.
There
okay.
you go. All right.
Very nice.
Joe missed the camera, but it still counts.
I know, right?
Whatever. All right,
Thanks,
Mo.
guys.
We'll catch you
All right,
later.
Mo.
All right.
Take it
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Now, listen, Ryan, you still like to have a little fun at my expense, do you?
Absolutely.
All right.
There's
All
more. where
right.
that
Well,
came from, too.
fortunately, we started the show with our highlight first. And, Mo's just been doing it in every way for a long time. And, he's one of the key people that got us back when we were coming through the pandemic. He's the one who set the rally cry. And again, you can see that on any of the CBS news clips, because Maurice was definitely an international star for a while.
Absolutely. Yeah.
All right. So listen, Ryan, I'm going to turn the fun stuff over to you. So why don't you take the lead on this piece? It took you 100 episodes, but go ahead and take the lead.
There's only a few. There's only a few that I pulled out because honestly, it's like 100 hours of footage. So, we don't have that deep of a content team here. But I wanted to just pull out a few things that I thought were memorable, that were humorous. Some of them are gaffes. Other ones are, just funny things that happen. So I did want to start by just pointing out you're about to see episode numero uno, just our intro, because I want you to notice a few things. Number one, my hairline has changed. Number two, Joe's lighting and production quality is exactly the same. Here it comes.
Good
Alrighty.
afternoon. Hello, East Coast. Good morning, West Coast. Todos bienvenidos. Welcome to AVX Live. Today marks our first episode, and we look forward to a great discussion. I'm Joe Gilderson, president of Corporate Audiovisual Services, and I'm going to be joined by my co-host, Ryan Finch, our creative technology director. Hello, Mr. Ryan.
Hello, Mr. Gilderson. How are you?
I'm pretty good. I'm kind of excited. This is fun stuff. Like, we never get to do fun stuff.
Fun stuff. Fun stuff. We look significantly younger, both of us.
Yeah, especially you. But you look.
Yeah.
You've had more changes than I think I did, but
Been a crazy few years, but that was nice to take it back from.
February 2021.
February 2021. That's almost 3 years ago. Wow. Look at that.
That was some higher math you just did right there.
I had to
I know
think
one
really
friend
hard.
of ours that would have been very impressive.
Yeah, well, yes, Dana. It was a long time ago. And strange. Anyway,
Okay.
So then we flash forward to our first, we'll call it on-air hiccup. And this is from our friend Liz Bracken-Thompson at Thompson and Bender. And it was just a funny thing that, early on would happen to a lot of people in, we'll call it, early COVID days. And that was, people getting used to being online all the time. And we had our first guest have their battery die. And I love our faces when it happens, but here it comes.
Absolutely. And Liz, how would you say? Oh, looks like she stepped away for a second. We'll give her a second to come on back. Joe, any takeaways for the time being?
I mean, there's so many. I mean, to be honest, there's just so many things.
I think
There's just so many.
Well, we were trying to figure out what was going to happen next. So I would say that
There's just
I had
so
the
many.
2-camera thing going at that point, though.
You weren't paying
that
attention
really
at
added-
all. That would caught you. They say getting caught with your
wasn't
pants
prepared
down.
for
That's
that.
what it looked like. Oh God, that was funny. I mean, there's
It
just
just
so
happened.
many.
It just happened.
Oh man, I had fun with that one. Well, the technical gaffes just kept continuing, but the rest of them were basically all Joe. I mean, at one point he was the Incredible Hulk.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to AVX Live. I'm Joe Gilderson, President of Corporate Audio Visual Services. And once again,
That's not very
I am
nice.
joined by my co-host, Mr. Ryan Finch. How you doing today, Ryan?
You know what? I think I'm doing a little better than you because, Joe, you're looking a little green.
You're the one with the green background. I just have the green lighting. That's
It's a good thing I took my Christmas tree down because otherwise I think you might be showing up trying to take it or something.
That was a high-level joke, by the way, and I don't think anyone
That's a
noticed
Grinch
it.
reference.
It was a Grinch reference. Absolutely, it was. Absolutely. And by the way, Shuri's, absolutely. I nailed that like an on-air pro, and I felt pretty good about it. But and Joe was caught in the. I don't even know what just happened. Yeah, and I guess it was the lighting. I'm not really sure if it was.
Come on, Dave.
I think he was just having
Don't take his side all the time.
She has to take
Don't
my
be a
side.
homer.
It's
Don't
legal.
be a homer, all right?
Has to be. Also, happy birthday
Fine.
to my beautiful wife. Love you. Anyway.
Oh, happy birthday.
Then one of the early times where I wasn't there to kick things off, to get things going, and that became obvious because Joe hit a sequence of buttons in the wrong order, which led to our show starting like this.
Oh, everybody's a jokester, aren't they?
It was very funny. It was very funny. I don't know. I enjoyed it. I loved the fact that video stayed that way and we never changed it. It is still up. You can go back and check it. I just won't tell you what episode it is. So you have to go back and watch all of them.
It's
and
just
then-
not that big of a thing, Ryan.
It's
Not
a
that
thing.
big of a deal.
It's a thing. So this one, admittedly, this is the longest clip. I promise it's worth it. This is, if I could wrap up my favorite technical gaffe that has ever happened on the show, it was this one.
Fairly quickly with, precautions.
I was getting a little bit of noise there from Joe's microphone. Some of that, I'm patting myself on the back right now, Joe, is that I helped usher in a new era that we didn't even know was going to happen. Oh, your mic is terrible. Look at yourself. I'm going to kick. Yep, and he's gone. That's it. Kicking him out. Joe, you come on back when you have a working piece of technology. Look at that. You're proving your point. Nope, still terrible.
Speaking of technology, it's great when it works, right?
It certainly does, and half our job is managing when it doesn't. And I will say that since he can't comment, I now get carte blanche. I can make fun of him ruthlessly for the rest of the time.
And
Yep.
just sit there and smile.
Still terrible. Jennifer, you hear this too, right? It's not just me.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay, good. All right. I just wanted to clear that up for him. Well, we'll move on without Joe. Maybe he can figure something out in the meantime. Nope. Still bad. Still terrible.
Sorry,
Nope,
Joe. It
terrible.
doesn't work.
Yeah.
I just don't understand why you just kept trying. You're like, well, that didn't work. I changed nothing. Let me try it again. Still didn't work.
Actually,
I'm going to just keep trying.
I actually did change several things at the exact
really?
same time and could not hear any of that noise.
That's what we in the business call
not at
chasing your tail.
I was swapping things. And look how calm I was while I was swapping things around and making
Still
adjustments to
smiling.
settings.
Well, I mean, that was like
Smiling.
episode like 83 at that point. So you'd made so many technical errors that this is now par for the course.
I mean, I don't want to blame our IT company, but you know, 'cause they've been on
all
the
right,
show, so I'm not going to bring that up.
Fine. So I got just two more. We're moving past Joe's technical gaffes. This one is more just, just me putting on a show, just me just giving the people what they want, which is what I do. And so here's a highlight of that.
Pretty fun, pretty interesting. I have a kind of a follow-up question on that, and I wrote it down on my phone, and now I don't know where my phone went. And so if you could just bear with me a second. Hold on. I need to see if maybe thank you. Got it. Thanks. Appreciate it. Okay, cool. So Alexis, how important is creativity in social media?
It's not expecting
that. Boom! It worked. I didn't blow it.
I just think that was incredible. I thought it was fantastic. I love the fact that that's how Alexis started her time here, was by me, basically screwing with her live on the internet, and it worked out. Yes,
Hey,
I am.
Ryan, I noticed a comment here from the audience.
From the audience, from you. It says, from Corporate AV, Ryan, I am the most humble. And yes, Dana, of course, I put this in there because it was funny, and I showed everyone that I knew. I was like, look at this thing I did. It's just nice when a plan comes together. All right, last one. You might have remembered this from a recent episode, and there's got to be one blunder in there for me. I don't make a lot of them. I am very humble. You'll never meet someone more humble than me, but sometimes, believe it or not, I make a mistake.
This right here, it is a candy cane. That is all the budget of this show could afford. They are very delicious. There is plastic on this. They are very delicious.
That's what happens when you go off script.
Yep.
Yeah.
Anyway, congratulations to all of our award winners. It's been a wonderful year of AVX.
I love Jim laughing in the background. In that
live studio
right in that moment. Yeah, live studio audience. Speaking of honorable mention, it's not actually part of AVX, but man, I wish I had that clip of Jim getting his headphones caught in that early pandemic video. That
was really awesome. That was really awesome.
Just a little bit more time, I can pull it together.
That was
maybe I'll share it afterwards. You know what I'll do? I'll clip that video and I'll share it to our socials afterwards, and just as like a little throwback. I think that would be very fun. It'd be very fun for the audience. Again, you got to give the people what they want.
He wouldn't appreciate it, but I am sure that everybody else.
I think he would. I think he'd think it was very funny because objectively it is.
It was very funny. I would say that. Well, Ryan, are you done with your show and tell? Or
I'm done with my show and tell. There's more. I just didn't have enough time. So,
Well, and why didn't you have enough time, Ryan?
Because I don't manage my time effectively, apparently.
Well, I can't say about that either way. But listen, before we wrap up today's show, I just want to let everybody know that today might be Ryan had a contract, and he only could do 100 episodes in the
100
contract.
episodes. That's true.
Now
I see what you were leading to. I thought you were making fun of me.
No, I'm not like that, Ryan. Well,
understandable.
But
you are sometimes.
I know. But so this might actually be Ryan's last episode. So we appreciate your time as the co-host, Ryan.
Why, thank you.
It's been very entertaining.
I like to think it has been, and this might actually be my favorite episode. So there you go. Very fitting.
We like to call it the Ryan Show sometimes. So
that's a great idea for the new chapter. I mean, think about it.
We'll certainly put that on the list of ideas when we're ideating. What episode 101 looks like. But I think we're going to start to wrap this thing up. Listen, Ryan, if you can figure, hold on. There's supposed to be applause here. There's supposed to be.
Yeah, it felt absent. I'll be honest. It felt absent, but thank you, Marissa. Appreciate it.
You know, what are you going to do? If you were actually doing the comments, you probably could have got that part right. But listen, Ryan, let's see if you can.
Got that one, didn't I?
Let's see if you can remember how to remind people to find us for episode 101, the new chapter.
For episode 101, the new chapter. And for the 200th time, you can find us on Facebook, on LinkedIn, on YouTube Live. You can do that every Wednesday at 1 p.m. And while you're there, you can drop us a comment, be part of the show, ask your questions, and someone will answer them live. And of course, if you would like to, we would also appreciate you sharing, commenting, subscribing, liking, all of the above. And do that also on our previous episodes, the one that feature me. You can find all of those on youtube.com/corporate AV. And that is where all of our 100 episodes live and will continue to live in perpetuity. And of course, you can find our highlights chopped up on Facebook, on Instagram, and on LinkedIn. So,
wow.
There you have it. Applause. Thank you. Thank you. Woo-hoo. Thank you. Thank you. Dana, thank you. Congrats on 100 shows. Feels very good. Feels excellent.
That was good.
Boom.
That was pretty good.
Yeah.
I'm glad you finally, got this thing down. Yeah,
It took 100
It took a little practice.
3 years.
It took a little practice, but we're there. We're there. Well, listen, everyone, thank you. We're going to wrap this thing up. Ryan, do you have any special ending you'd like to put in here before we wrap it?
So tight, you can see my heartbeat tonight. I can taste the heat, baby.
Oh, that was it.
All right, everyone. That was it. That's what Ryan leads with. Thank you, everyone, for joining us. We will see you next time. Bye-bye. Ciao, ciao.
Adios.